still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
On the double.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. No trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And right away he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Second down, back to Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Well, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best team. There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Sanders is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll go again with Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Rohrwasser's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll drop the throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Green, switch, yellow.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down at the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run on the ball. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
From the 29, Herbert. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Chargers at 7-1 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert now. Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Working with a 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Herbert. And Sanders has got it complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bryant. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. That's Bryant. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. This is caught. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They'll They'll run with Sanders. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Once again with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So we reach halftime here. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he fires one incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now a carry for Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. On 2nd and goal, Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. Rohrwasser's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Getting set to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Let's make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've those big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And the deficit will hold pat at 13. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the post.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Bryant. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 155 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Going for it with Sanders. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Running right, here's Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He finds Hopkins complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw here, Herbert. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Leonard Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those. They'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So out now come the Lions. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. The Lions Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Escaping the pressure right.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Flush to his right.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But the absolute pitch is shut out, so it can't get much better than that, right?
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we wouldn't ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it.